Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, welcome to a special live watch-along. A man you've requested, a man that you love, a man that you enjoy. He doesn't have on that pimpin' purple shirt that he's been having on lately, but he's gone a little salmon this week on us. But Quincy, welcome to the September 6th, 1986 WWF Wrestling Challenge watch-along. I know you love to engage with the fans. You're trying to save up for a new motorcycle, so it's an interesting time for you. And you're going to give your insight into the world of the World Wrestling Federation in 1986, where you're an 80s guy.
I'll try my best of what I picked up on wrestling.
Yeah. Well, you've been around us now 19 years, so maybe you learned a little bit.
What I learned about one of my favorite moves was the other night. What you call that?
The Battle Royal.
I'd have to say, what I learned about wrestling from tag team, that is a lot of fun. But the Battle Royal, I'm going to have to say that it kind of struck me. The way the wrestlers went in and all the wrestlers piled up on one guy. And I guess what makes the Battle Royal so awesome is the way the wrestler just goes up and poof, all the wrestlers just fly out and go all over the ring. Is that an awesome kind of move in the world of wrestling?
Well, as Gorilla Monsoon used to say, it was the most dangerous match in professional wrestling.
Well, why is it the most dangerous match for wrestling?
Well, because there's so many men involved at the same time. It gets dangerous.
Well, it's 19 guys, right?
I don't remember how many were in the Franklin D. Churchill Memorial Battle Royal, but
well,
there were quite a few.
The ones that were sitting with me, I think we were just having a rough count. 19 guys.
Not 20. It was 19.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's say 20 guys. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
19 against 1. Okay. But as I said on the last time I was on here, wrestling is designed to do what they learned in wrestling school. Do not try this at home. You can watch them on TV. You can boo them. You can share them. But it's made for ones and designed for ones that know how to do this. But
do you feel like you could ever participate in a battle royal?
Well, I don't know. We'd have to look into it.
Yeah.
If I was trained right, if someone trained me to go in there, and
do you think your best friend Uncle Al Snow could train you for a battle royal?
Possibly. But it's done the right way. I'm gonna have to say. All the wrestlers, they sit, pile up on one guy for about 1-2 minutes. They play the background music, and they say, "You think you're so tough?" That's one of my favorite parts about wrestling.
Yeah.
They all say, no, I'm tougher than you are," and then they time it. The Battle Royal is designed. Then the wrestler gets up, and all the wrestlers fling up all over the ring. To me, it was a good sight. It was like the effect, everything. That's a lot of fun.
Well, Matthew, thank you for that information, Quincy. It was a year ago today that Pat Patterson passed away.
Well,
we missed the legendary Pat Patterson, great friend of Gerald Briscoe, our friend, the Hall of Famer. But are you ready to start the show, Quincy?
Oh, yeah. Let's get the show going.
Start this up.
We'll talk a little bit about
Battle Royals. All right, wrestling fans, this was the first installment.
Tag team is good.
Challenge.
A lot of the things I've learned about wrestling.
Now, do you like to tag team the women?
Well, if I get offered, like I said, it'll have to be done, the right way.
The right way. All right, here we go, fans. It is Wrestling Challenge from September the 6th, 1986. The link for the watch-along is above in the blue bar at the top of the Premier Chat or in the description box below. And there it is, Quincy. Look at that. I believe that is the Hartford Civic Center. I think they were in Hartford and Providence for that set of TV tapings. I know my friend
an hour away from here.
Phil could probably correct me on that. What was that, Quincy?
About an hour away from here.
Hartford's about 2 hours. Providence is about an hour.
Okay, well, because after a while you see all these rinks, they're all nice looking places. But it's just interesting to know.
Look at the Hulkster in his prime, Quincy. King Kong Bundy, Adrian Adonis. All your favorites from the 80s.
Well, that's about when I entered, like, with this particular group,
Now, were you more of a superstars or a challenge guy, would you say?
whatever that Al Snow put me in.
Yeah.
Again, I can't play too many favorites.
No.
Al Snow is the one that brought me this. So what would you consider this? Is it superstar or regular?
This one is challenge we're watching right now. Wrestling challenge.
Yeah, but you just asked me a very.
Well, they were two different shows. Which one did you like better, Superstars or Challenge?
They're all good.
Yeah.
I guess again, I can't play too many favorites because what if they meet like one set of wrestlers and then you turn around and say, well, how come? Again, so if you start playing favorites for the wrestlers, then one's gonna say like, you know what I mean?
Well, Matthew Holland says, I like Quincy's shirt. He likes your salmon shirt
Oh.
as opposed to that pimp and purple one that you had. Johnny Todd, thank you for joining us for the first time. Out of curiosity, what made you want to comment tonight as we have the Quincy Restani Wrestling Challenge watch-along from September the 6th, 1986. That is Lord Alfred Hayes serving as the ring announcer early on with Mark Yeaton, a well-known timekeeper as the referee. Looks like, Quincy, you're going to get your wish, a little tag team action. The magnificent Don Morocco with his manager, Mr. Fuji, teaming up with Iron Mike Sharp, a well-known journeyman in the world of professional wrestling. This is the first match in challenge history, Quincy.
What do you mean the first?
This is the first episode, and this is the first match.
You mean when wrestling was designed?
What's that?
You mean when it was designed?
Yeah.
Oh, then you go. Now, so we'll take it back to some basics.
They're going to be taking on the U.S. Express, Mike Rotundo and Danny Spivey, Quincy. What a duo. Danny Spivey replaced Barry Windham. What a way to kick off challenge. Great tag team action. Rotundo and Spivey against Morocco and Iron Mike Sharp. Charlie is, he's getting ready for the holidays, Matthew. He will be back with us. LIVE live Sunday night for NXT War Games and perhaps live with Just Incredible Saturday night. So plenty of Charlie coming your way. Now, are you proud of this American duo, Quincy? Mike Rotundo and Danny Spivey.
Well, of course.
They represent the country well.
You have to be proud of any group, let alone the Americans.
Yeah.
But I suppose like you meet wrestlers from, depending on where you go, all parts of the world, right?
Yeah. Folks, it is worth noting tonight at 10 p.m., it could be the series finale, or at least the season finale, of Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty. We implore you to visit the Indiegogo campaign. We're trying to get our crazy buddy Marty back here to take more original content, but we cannot do it without your help. We warned you this day would come, and the day has come. But right now, we're enjoying Wrestling Challenge with Quincy Restani. He's trying to save up for his bike. If you want to help the cause, the Super Chat button is open for business. If they'd like to try and help, give you a little Restani fever. What kind of a bike are you trying to get, Quincy?
Something in automatics.
Yeah.
There's a very particular good repair shop. I can talk about that later. That knows me very well and knows. But basically, motorcycles. What I'm looking for is an automatic. Something that's very close to what I have now, but in today's world.
All right. That's superstar Billy Graham there on screen, Quincy.
He's a good-looking wrestler, too. Like,
yeah.
A tough-looking.
Well, this was from 1986. But
a mean-looking character.
Danny Spivey with going to town on the left arm of the magnificent Don Morocco. Don Morocco was always one of my favorites as a kid, Quincy.
Oh, yeah?
He was magnificent. Big scoop and a slam. Now, do you think you and Al could ever team up to face one of these two teams?
The most I could do, what I had a lot of fun with, is go in and present the products in the world of wrestling. The wrestling is going to be done by the pros themselves. If I'm going to do something like, what did we just talk about, the Battle of Mania?
The Battle Royal.
The Battle Royal. Maybe I could go in there.
You might have a shot in the Battle Royal.
You know, and fling all the wrestlers all over the place. That would be.
You want to fling wrestlers all over the place?
Well, isn't that what they called?
Well, throw them around, yeah.
Well, the rest. It's my guess. You know, that was a lot of fun. That struck me on the other night. The wrestler stands up, and the wrestlers just simply get tossed around, and they went in all directions, but they fell the right way. And the audiences, and that was part of it, it was fun.
If that airplane spin from Mike Rotundo, that could be it, Quincy. Nope, Don Morocco makes the save. Big night here in Boston Wrestling again.
Tag team now. On the other hand, what I learned about tag team, there's like 12 groups of wrestlers, that go in the ring and they all do their thing.
Yeah.
Now, that's fun to watch.
You like that?
And it's like they all just go in there, and the audience is really, I gotta say, they go for tag teams.
Jamie, how are you, my friend? Hope all is well on your end. As you join the Quincy Restani Wrestling Challenge watch along. Where were you on this night in 1986, Quincy? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I've been to a few different shows.
Yeah, you've been a party animal most of your life.
Well, I met you guys like through a certain channel, and told me like a little bit about wrestling. There's a lot to learn about this particular sport, and okay. Now look at this. Now there's a good move. Again, they have to fall the right way.
Yeah, Don Morocco tried
wrestling. They're trained to move and fall a certain way, because if you don't, they're only going to wind up in the hospital. You may wind up in the hospital, depending how bad your injury is. You can be out of there in a couple of hours.
Have you ever suffered any injuries from your time in the world of wrestling?
No.
You were never attacked. And this is the Macho Man Randy Savage, Quincy. Very intense individual. Intercontinental champion here. He defeated Tito Santana right here in Boston in February of 1986, several months before this. Quincy, how's your cough doing?
It's all right. I'll drink some water.
We got the fans asking questions. How is Eleanor Restani?
She's doing good. She's on a follow-up, and they found that a couple of things. Like, says, well, let's give you some more of the same treatment. She's doing much better. Unfortunately, we had to do a little bit longer. So you can't take away the treatment that any patient needs. Nobody, doesn't matter what, even if it's a holiday. If you need the treatment, you have to take the treatment. And you can simply give a phone call.
Matthew, if you're referring to the New Year's Day pay-per-view, I imagine we will be live for day one. Brandon, thank you for joining us. Need a good laugh. Oh, I'm very sorry that you lost a family member. Right there. Hopefully they're in a better place, on a better journey than we are right now. This is adorable Adrian Adonis, Quincy. Did you ever wear makeup like that?
I never wore any.
We got the second shop of the night, Tommy Shop. It looks like he's set to take on adorable Adrian Adonis with our good friend Cowboy Bob Orton in the pink hat. Bob Orton's been here in this studio before. Good friend of wrestling historian The Jackal. Adrian Adonis, rather kind of a big guy, Quincy, a little hefty.
Yeah, I was going to say now, he's an angry looking, but all the wrestlers are angry looking. But,
yeah.
But you know what? I don't want to get the wrestlers pissed off, but maybe some of them.
Adrian Adonis is passed. You don't have much to worry about.
Well, any wrestler, okay? Maybe some of them were designed to be a little bit on the heavy sets. Is that how it works?
Sometimes, yeah.
Some of them are a little bit. That way they can do whatever the moves of a wrestler is that's required.
Now, what are your thoughts of Tommy Sharp in the brown shorts?
Well, he's making some good moves.
You think Tommy's got a shot to come away with the victory tonight on Challenge?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
This match has only started.
Well, hopefully, fans, we're going to do this every Thursday night. We're trying to help Quincy get a new bike. If you could be so kind to help with the super chat, it is open for business, along with the Venmo at Boston Wrestling. We got the PayPal, BW at BostonWrestling.com. It's a great way to help our friend Quincy as we relive some 80s fun with Wrestling Challenge.
Well, we got to give credit to a certain group that, like I said, introduced me to the wrestling business.
Those pigs from Colt Cutters?
No, but Al Snow.
Uncle
And all
Al.
you guys,
Well, thank you.
just out of nowhere, That's how it happened. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen. I met this group when I was simply down here, and here we are tonight now.
Watching Challenge.
That's
Adrian
how it all
Adonis and Tommy
happened.
Sharp.
And I can't mention too many names, but Al Snow was the one that introduced me. I don't know where he is tonight, but he's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Somewhere out there.
he's probably watching this show right now.
Now, what's in that cup, Quincy? A little
Water.
booze?
Water.
Fans, do you think Quincy's got a little alcoholic beverage in his cup?
Nope, just plain water.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't tell you water if I wasn't.
Doesn't smell like it to me. Smells like a little whiskey.
Don't even get into that, Mariah.
Right.
Why are you starting up, something that ain't true?
I'd never do that.
Well,
look at Tommy Sharp firing away on Adrian Adonis, Quincy. No, Adrian holds on to the rope. Smart wrestling right there. Tommy Sharp pulling on the hair right there, Quincy. Look at that. Adrian Adonis reverses it. Bob Orton gets in the ring. Got a little illegal double team action going on here, Quincy. Look at that devastating maneuver.
now that's what I was telling the fans now.
That could
For
be
those
it.
who are just entering the youngsters, again, do not try this at home. That's designed to fall the way they do it.
Stick a fork in Tommy Sharp.
That's another thing I learned about the business of wrestling. Sticking I learned a little bit about the bed of nails. I learned about the way they whip chairs around. But again, they're designed to do that. What else they do? Cage wrestling.
Steel cage matches.
Steel cage wrestling. When I watched some of these moves in the business of wrestling, well, I guess they're designed to win cages. And
seems like there was a little sound sweetener going on there, Quincy. I don't know what happened.
Again, they've been doing this for a long time, and there's a lot of different moves. And then the question, was asked me, what kind of rink do you like the rinks we set up? Sure, because the kind of rinks that this group sets up are simple, because it takes longer to take down all that than if you set up a fancy rink and keep it simple.
Yeah,
but as a rule,
Ken Resnick here doing the interviews behind the scenes here on Challenge.
But as a rule, now I've learned about the wrestling business. Cages have to be set up because the wrestlings, when they get thrown out of the ring, they bounce against the cages.
Would you have liked to have had a chance to get Reno Chastain in a cage?
I don't want to talk about any of those characters. I just don't want to talk about them. Ugh. Just drop all that. Just stick with the wrestling.
Well, I'm just going by what the fans are asking, Quincy.
All right, no. Now drop it.
Chris, welcome to the party tonight. Yes, Chris, at 10 p.m., we have what could be either the season or the series finale of Party with Marty. Again, we encourage all of you folks to head on over to that Indiegogo campaign for Marty Jannetty. We got some great perks, great rewards. Let's get him back in the studio producing more great content. Tonight's episode is focused on Royal Rumble 1991. Heck of a lot of fun. Drew Tube, how are you, buddy? Did you have a chance to mail out the Orton photo that I was gifted? I know, Quincy, you did a post office run this afternoon, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
packages are already on their way to where they're going. They'll be there very soon. Again, packages when you do something like a post office run, you can't guarantee they'll be there. They'll be there quickly, but it all depends on where the packages are going.
They'll get there.
They'll get there, but and if you pay a little extra, then they'll get there on the double. But
Mike Burke Coffin says, "Hey, Quincy." Loose Can 88 says, "Quincy in the house." So is the Loose Cannon. Mike Burke Kaufman, huge fan of Quincy. Don the Barber, how are you, buddy? Don the Barber says, "I like Quincy more than Marty." Matthew wants to know, when is Quincy's birthday? Well, you just missed it. Quincy's birthday, what is it, October 20th?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? It's a great chance to super chat Quincy as we get ready for more action here on Wrestling Challenge. Bob Bradley with the referee Rita Marie that claims she was raped by Vince McMahon. the first female referee, despite what they try and say nowadays. Taking on a relative newcomer to the World Wrestling Federation, the Birdman, Coco B. Ware, Quincy. What do you think about a wrestler that used to travel with a parrot?
What's wrong with it? They're good, you know.
Have you ever had a parrot?
A parrot?
Yeah. Did you ever have any birds as pets?
No.
Were there ever any Restani pets?
No. Just
Never.
Forget the pets.
Goldfish?
Forget the pets.
In your entire life, you've never had a pet.
Will you just stick to wrestling?
All right.
Forget about the pets.
Do the dance like Coco, Quincy. There you go. Lord Alfred Hayes getting into it. I didn't remember Lord Alfred Hayes as being a ring announcer. Matthew says he's going to lock in your birthday because he's great with birthdays. So he's going to remember October 20th every year.
Good. Thank you.
Again, we're trying to help Quincy get a new bike. Anything you can do on the Super Chat as we watch Wrestling Challenge, I'm sure, would be greatly appreciated, Quincy.
Good.
How long have you needed a new bike?
Well, I bought these. One was given to me and it was reconditioned. And
You
then
got a free one.
It ain't really free. It was given to me, but knowing that it needed work. The other one, I only purchased it for a couple $100 and it was reconditioned.
You hustled.
Let's just say real and deal. It sounds better. But let's say, like I said, I could do certain things for the wrestlers. So, earn my own miracle, such as like, in my case, go to a bike shop, and I have a certain one I'd like to go to.
The Birdman was quite the singer, Quincy. Look, he's got a boom box and everything. Did you ever have a boom box like he has?
Yeah, I've had a couple of different ones, yeah.
Do you still have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never threw it out?
No.
All right.
Gotta watch how you say those kind of things. Like in those days, why don't we just call them like cassette machines?
Matthew Holland, yes, I have. They said Quincy's doing the Tweety Bird.
The Tweety Bird?
That little dance you just did. Yeah, the Tweety Bird.
I suppose if the wrestlers want me to learn certain dances, they'll have to go in the rink, they're easy to learn, then we'll go in the rink and dance together, and let alone that we could do them during the intermission, but I do products.
A delayed crossbody from Coco.
But that's one of the things I learned about the business of wrestling. It's a lot of fun to go in there and help them persuade the audiences to buy products.
Have you ever, would you like to see Coco in the Boston Wrestling MWF?
Who wouldn't? Again, most of all the wrestlers are good, Does the audience request certain ones more than others?
Well, Bob Bradley going to town on the Birdman. Coco had a long run in WWF. He was there from right around this time in 1986 through on and off through 93 and 94 part-time.
If you don't mind me asking,
sure.
What persuaded him to come up with the name Coco?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him if he's ever here in the studio. Now, do you like hot cocoa?
Yeah, all these wrestlers. I was just curious.
No, I mean, do you enjoy the beverage, hot cocoa?
Oh yeah, I like cocoa. Yeah.
Now, who makes the cocoa?
Whatever brand you buy.
No, I mean, do you make it yourself, or do you have
I'll
make it for
I'll make
you?
it myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just put some.
Well, I know after you do the snow blowing in the winter, you like to have a little treat.
Sure, it's warm milk and powder mix, and then it's just a nice.
You ejaculate.
No. It's a nice treat.
They said Quincy versus Dan in a chair match. Do you think you and I could wrestle each other, Quincy? As Coco B. Ware comes away with the victory here on Challenge.
Again, I'll say it. Chair matches, they're done the right way. I guess when the wrestlers basically bash each other over the head with chairs, I don't know if it's over the head or on the shoulder. Again, I don't know if I would go in a chair with bed nail matches, but they could threaten me, push me around maybe just a bit, but it's done the right way. I can remember when I was helping the wrestlers out, sitting in the audience, and a wrestler came up to me and said, okay, and then they shoved the chair at me.
Wow.
But that was a lot of fun. It was trained. And then one of the fans came up. They just threatened yours truly out there. It's called the wrestling move that was designed. Again, it has to be done the right way, so nobody gets injured.
No.
We could talk it over in the before we enter the rink and the design. Talk about how the move is designed.
Yeah.
These are fun to do moves, but again, it's professionally done, professionally
done.
trained.
Mike Burke Hoffman says, I'm the orange soda version of Quincy. Matthew Holland said, put a chair on Dan's neck and step on it and break Dan's neck. Do you want to break my neck?
No.
Sammy Boy says, Quincy is greater than Quincy Jones. They all love you, Quincy.
Well, I'm going to have to compliment on some of these moves. Something like the wrestling, the chair bit. Is that designed? I'm going to have to say it's designed for the heavyweight.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that can take it.
It hurts to get hit by a chair. Brian Duffy, how are you, my friend? I hope all is well with you tonight. Tell Choo Choo to chime in and say hello to Quincy. Loose, where is the hitter, Charlie Black? Well, there's only one Charlie that we have, but that's not his last name. He will be back with us Sunday night when we have NXT War Games, the Watch Along Live, and even perhaps Saturday night when Justin Credible, the former ECW World Champion, the former Aldo Montoya of the WWF New Generation, joins us live. So a lot to look forward to. We're going to be putting up some more links as we get ready back in the ring. Troy Martin, a very young Shane Douglas right there, Quincy, former ECW World Champion.
Well, they're named different names, but I haven't learned fully what all the different names means. But I guess that means they've been in the business longer. That's really what it comes down to, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you this, coming out to the ring right now, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff in the blue robe, managed by Bobby the Brain Heenan. The man in the black shirt, Quincy, when we had an event in Lynn, Massachusetts, do you know who he was absolutely disgusted by?
Who?
Reno Chastain.
Well, who wouldn't be? And again, I don't want to get into that.
Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff right here in the big run of his career. This man has been right here in this studio, Quincy. Mr. Wonderful.
That's a good looking from the outfit he wears. But again, he's a mean.
Do you have a robe like that at home that says Quincy?
No. I don't have a robe.
You just get naked when you go in the shower. All
right. Well, you got to remember, all these wrestlers, they want a certain look. They simply go to whoever does wrestling robes and they make up whatever it is they want.
Well, Johnny, we thank you for joining us. I'm glad you decided to chime in for the very first time. Hopefully we're helping you with everything you're dealing with right now, some tough times, some positive thoughts and vibes sent your way. We want you to be doing better and with us for the long haul. Humanipulation. What would Quincy's gimmick in WWE or AEW be? He is the gimmick. You'll never top this. Believe me.
Again, now, my favorite thing and the safest thing is
let me ask you this. It says, would Quincy go by Q Ball, Q-Tip, QT, or just Quincy?
QT?
Yeah, they want to know what your wrestling name would be. Would it be Q Ball, Q-Tip, QT?
I don't know. I'd have to go over that now. But again, now, I had a lot of fun going into the ring to persuade the audiences to buy the product. It's safe to do, first of all. Second, it's fun now. Then the audiences love it when the guy goes into the ring and say, during the intermission.
Look at the intensity of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Quincy.
Yeah. Again, now look at the move, the way they throw the wrestler. As I was telling the audiences, over the protective cage.
Barricade.
Barricaded. Okay. That's a good move. Look at that.
Beautiful. Now, have you ever thrown a drop kick like that, Quincy?
No, I haven't done any wrestling moves.
Yeah. Do you think you could learn how?
No. Again, I'll leave that. But it's fun to watch them. The way they designed to go up and drop kick each other and fall. You know, that must have took them, again. We were also talking about the youngest that the one and into the ring. When I went to a ring, the match on the holiday.
Oh, wait a minute. The pile driver. I could see you doing this to one of the Chastains. Stick a fork in him. I think that's it for Troy Martin.
We were talking about the youngest one can, and
Big
I guess one
victory for
was
Paul
telling me about
Orndorff
18
here
years
on
of age.
Challenge. What's that now?
The wrestlers that were with me, and that was fun.
Yeah.
The business of wrestling, one can, the youngest 18 years of age, and then how much experience, depending on the 18-year-old has, he's going to have to go to school, and then the wrestlers will say, how much schooling, how much experience have you had? And depending on how heavyweight the 18 years the older is, you know, these are questions I was asking.
Yeah.
And good questions to ask.
No, Matt Koch just said Orndorff coming out to Hogan's music was great. Another one of the fans wants to know, Quincy, how did you become so well-versed in receiving fellatio?
Let's just stick to the wrestling.
Well, this is what the fans want to know.
I don't know about that right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just trying to study some of the wrestling moves. What?
Maybe later on.
We'll talk about, you know, right now I think the fans are a little bit more interesting, or a lot more interesting in the wrestling moves that we're trying to. Okay.
This man is going to be with us on Saturday night, April the 16th.
The Snake Pit?
At Memorial Hall in Melrose, Mass. Jake the Snake Roberts, Quincy.
Well, it's the name. The Snake Pit is what the...
And it looks like his first guest, that looks like King Curtis Iakea, known as the Wizard at this point in his illustrious career. I'm going to guess Kamala is going to be the guest. What do you think of the Wizard, Quincy?
Well, am I supposed to think? From the look of it, though, the guy just answered. Again, it's designed. This guy is real heavy set now. And he's angry looking. Here's how they yak it up. You know,
Have you ever had one of his magic cookies?
I don't know if he has cookies or not.
Magic cookies.
Well, what's the difference between a cookie and a magic cookie?
Well, he put some special stuff in it.
I don't know about that.
Now, the man in the mask, Quincy, Kamala, he's been here in the studio before. He's passed away. He lost both of his legs.
Oh, too bad.
Do you miss him?
Who wouldn't miss a fan of the wrestling? You know, when you lose a wrestler, it's tough. We've lost a couple, and it's a sad, tough thing, okay? I don't even want to get into some of the stories I've heard. You know,
Joe Shipley, how are you, buddy? Matthew wants to know, does Quincy like Nicki Minaj? Do you like her music?
What, the wrestler?
No, she's a singer.
I probably do. I just haven't heard music in a while because I've been just a little bit busy with this.
Another fan wants to know, is Quincy a T or an A man?
T or an A man? What's that supposed to mean?
A tits or ass?
All right. We're not going to talk about that
well,
right now.
If you want the fans to tip, you got to answer their questions.
These are questions I never thought be asked in the wrestling business.
Well, what do you enjoy more when you're looking at a nice, pretty lady? You like the backside or do you like the
both? Okay.
Do you like the babas?
All right. Okay. But I'm trying to keep it clean for the fans here, Bob.
Quincy is a huge fan of Deborah McMichael's babas.
Okay, then we all know the answer to that. Okay.
We love you being with us. Now we're having the coronation of Harley Race, Quincy, another man that has been here in this studio. All the bad guys are getting together for Bobby Heenan to read the proclamation as he's going to become the king of wrestling.
Oh, yeah?
Now, Johnny, I understand where you're coming from. You're more than welcome to be with us anytime and chime in with a comment. I think, Brian, she's going to be more of an ambassador. John Cena Sr. and I taped several episodes this morning. I could see them doing a mixed tag team match with her and Edge against Miz and Maurice coming up, maybe even at the pay-per-view January 1st, where it doesn't seem to have a lot of sizzle. No loss. She's terrible on commentary. Now, Quincy, what do you think of midgets?
Midgets?
Yeah.
What, in wrestling?
Right there, the little midget.
Well, if they know how to wrestle, then what's not to like?
Yeah.
The only difference is,
Did you ever want to make love to a midget woman?
if one was,
Wait a minute. There was a delayed response.
you didn't give me a chance to answer.
All right, we'll answer, please.
If one wanted to come up, and talk a little bit about wrestling, yeah, then I wouldn't criticize.
You'd make love to her.
Well, they're just another, like, in this case, wrestling. Well, then I wouldn't go knocking the name there just because they're a midget.
So you wouldn't have any problems with it.
Again, it's another wrestler that just wants to
Look
come
who
up.
it is, Little Cena himself, hopefully on the gas. He's going to be joining us for some fun Saturday night themed watch-alongs in the future, maybe some old TNA pay-per-views or Saturday night's main events, but I bet you weren't expecting this, but we are trying to get Quincy a new motorcycle. So we're hoping the fans will chime in with a super chat. Every dollar counts. Harley Race won the King of the Ring tournament here in Foxborough, Massachusetts, back in, I believe, July of 1986. Our good friend Sheiky Baby standing guard over him. Both the Sheik and Harley have been here in studio. You can see their great, tremendous interviews on the Patreon, baby.
Now, here's a good-looking. This is what makes wrestling fun now. Look at all these wrestlers in the ring, the way they're just angry. All. How many wrestlers would you say are in that ring right now?
Or at least 20. Oh, well, hey, we got a super chat from our friend Big. Cheers to you, Dan, Quincy, and the gang at Boston Wrestling MWF. Salute. Thank you so much, my friend. We're going to get Quincy a new bike, baby. I'm just worried that his newt won't fit on it.
All righty, let's.
It's got a little pouch.
I don't have a pouch.
Looks like he's got a fanny pack going on the inside.
All righty.
All right. They want to know, Quincy, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good.
Yeah. Now, what did you do?
Relaxed, and had a basic Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
On Pond Street.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't really matter what, as long as you go to your relatives, it doesn't really matter where you go.
And you've never ejaculated on the
All righty, just stick to the wrestling.
Oh.
Just stick to the wrestling.
No, Matthew, he's looking for an automatic motorcycle. Did I say it right, Quincy?
Yeah, automatic.
Matthew is willing to go to Walmart and buy you a bicycle if you wanted one.
No. Told you, I'll go into the rink and do certain moves and get a good quality bike. In the shop I go to, we'll go over it. They're fans of mine because I do a lot of nice things there. Let it be known that I'm highly known and respected, and the wrestling business is one of the many things I do. From what I picked up on in the business of wrestling.
Have you ever seen Quincy's bicycle? Anyone out there?
It's a motorcycle, not a
motorcycle. I'm sorry. Well, I'm asking the fans if they've ever seen pictures on social media.
Some of them probably have.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten wild at night and ridden the motorcycle naked?
No. The bike I have isn't fast. It's designed fits a guy like me like a glove. It's no more than 400 cc's. Now, in the bikes of today, it'll be close as we can get it. It'll probably be something in the line of Honda.
Yeah.
But then whatever they make.
Well, we got a 6-man tag team match going on here, Quincy. The Machines from Japan, our good friend Demolition Axe, Blackjack Mulligan, the grandfather of the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas, and Andre the Giant. Wow, is he looking rough under a mask? You can tell he needed some surgery in the worst of ways.
Was that because of all the wrestling he's been doing?
You wouldn't believe how slow Quincy goes.
Well, we mean slow.
When you drive, you go kind of
Well,
slow.
well, again, motorcycles, every bike is different.
Yeah.
My bike isn't designed for speed. It's designed for just going to a couple of different towns over. Bikes are meant, some of them are meant for speed. Some of them are meant just to go slow, careful driving. Again, I'm a slow, careful driver. I'm not a fast driver. The bike I have is automatic, and it's not meant for speed. It's designed because if you go too fast on a motorcycle, you'll crash.
All right. Stud Bourbon says, hey, Quincy, hope you've been having a good day.
Oh, thank you. I'm having a lot of fun right now.
Well, the tag team titles are going to be on the line, Quincy. Captain Lou Albano managing the late Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldogs, against the Moondogs, Rex and Spot.
Again, don't mention the name, but you know who I'm talking about. Someone like who thought he was going to be a tough biker.
Your son.
I don't have a son, but he thought he was bought a bike and he nearly killed himself.
I have heard rumors that he is indeed your son.
He's not my son.
So why would he say it?
He's not my son. But the point I'm trying to make is he thought he was going to be a badass biker, went out and bought a big friggin' bike, and he nearly killed himself.
A little double team action going on here with the Bulldogs and the Moondogs, Quincy. Who do you think's going to win this one?
Hard to say. The match only started.
Yeah. Well, not a good start for Rex and Spot, the Moondogs.
Why not? It's designed, for the rest of the fall down. It's the way that they opened it. Now look at this now. That's a heavy set wrestler going up against
one of the British Bulldogs, Dynamite
Kid.
Kid.
That's a good move. Look at the way is that a fun move to watch or what?
It's a snap suplex, Quincy.
It's not a flip. It's called a max suplex?
A snap suplex.
A snap
suplex.
Suplex.
Yeah.
I thought it was just called a flip.
Well, I guess you could call it that, but it's a little more. Oh, look at that. Little cheating from the Moondogs, Quincy. Little cheating. Brian Duffy predicts the Moondogs are going to win. I don't know about that, Brian, but we're happy everybody's here. Again, this is the Quincy Motorcycle Challenge. Every super chat helps this animal to get a new bike. He said he wants to ride around with nothing but his winter jacket.
No. It'll be a nice bike, with nice clothing. And
now, you are a very stylish man.
Yeah.
The fans want to know, are we going to be back with the September 13th episode next week for the watch along? I sure hope so. I mean, I think Quincy could be a gem here as we relive Wrestling Challenge.
If it ain't lousy weather out, then I'll make it. Or if it isn't lousy weather.
Well, you have that giant jacket. We're going to have to show that to the fans sometimes. Maybe, even if you had to walk, you could do it.
Then I'd have to be brought home. We'd have to get me a ride home. Maybe someone could, one of the wrestlers could take me back home again.
All right. Well, the fans
we'll talk about that later.
The fans are sending out positive thoughts to Eleanor Restani. We hope she gets healthy soon.
She is. But again, the treatment, she's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated. Because any medical treatment that, gets done by a doctor or physician, as they call them, you can't take away the treatment, even if it is a holiday.
Yeah.
It just so happened it was on the holiday. Well,
crossbody from Dynamite Kid. And they want to know, Quincy, it says Eleanor is known for keeping the back door unlocked for you.
Yeah.
Who has kept it unlocked when you've been out late at night?
I don't know. Just someone kept it unlocked.
Who?
Let's not get into that right now.
No, man, I wouldn't be able to do that, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to. Well, Big Cat Ernie Ladd on commentary with Gorilla Monsoon and Johnny V, a unique trio that didn't last all that long. This was before the golden tandem of Bobby Heenan and Gorilla were put together. Davey Boy sets up Moondog Rex, up and over he goes. Hopefully Brian Duffy's WWE Network is working a little better. Double noggin knocker. Quincy wanted to do that to Dirk and Reno Chastain. Yeah, you're right, Matt. He didn't last that long. And,
well, You got to remember, I've learned in by the wrestling business when I was with one of them the other night. You pace yourself. These rounds are designed to last, certain time limits.
Yeah.
The wrestlers tell me the wrestlers are designed to pace yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Screaming Baboon says, Dan, nice of you to have Rosie O'Donnell in the studio with you. What a beautiful voice.
who has a beautiful voice?
You.
Oh, thanks.
Matt, I agree with you. I think a watch along of the big event in Toronto would be great. I love that event. British Bulldogs with the win, they retain the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship with the guiding light. Captain Lou Albano in their corner, Quincy. Well, you know what, Big? The big event took place just a couple of weeks before Wrestling Challenge kicked off. Let's take a look and see how they wrap this one up, Quincy. Big win for the Bulldogs. Look at that cross body. Well, elbowed him in the face, but he got the win either way. Ken Resnick can't believe the action. What is Quincy's favorite Christian song?
Hard to say. I got a few of them.
Well, could you name maybe one?
You must be saved. Why not tonight?
Well, how does it go?
Why not tonight? Why not tonight? You must be saved. Why not tonight? Why not tonight? You must be saved. Why not tonight?
Well, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Quincy, I don't know if you're going to like this question, but I have to read it. Dan, did Quincy do his naked photo shoot with Piggott yet?
No.
For all the millions and millions of fans that demanded it?
No.
Would you do a naked photo shoot?
No, we're not going to do it.
No.
This is wrestling, not look at the scar on this guy.
Yeah, I think he was cut. He must have been bleeding.
From the look of it, that wrestler had maybe about 9 stitches.
Maybe. Well, on Saturday night, April the 16th at Memorial Hall, Quincy, you're going to get to ask him. He's going to be there live and in person. Discount VIP packages and tickets on sale now over on the BostonWrestling.com super site. Yeah, big. That would be quite the shot. Quincy wearing the WWF belt like Shawn Michaels did. Johnny Todd wants to know, who is Quincy's favorite wrestler of all time?
Al Snow.
Of course.
I told you, I guess my interest is like going into the ring and that helping out with the products.
Yes.
It's first of all, it's a safe thing to do. Second, it's easy to do because I have the personality to do it.
You have quite the personality.
And but what was a lot of fun is when Al and I go in the ring and do a dance together, because he is the one that introduced me to the business.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that was a memorable night.
Screaming Baboon, Quincy, he says Quincy can wrestle Piggott, give her a back body drop, break her hip, put her in the camel clutch, and make her humble.
I don't know about that.
Would you make Piggott humble?
No.
I'd pay Quincy in shit can Marty. Quincy is more entertaining. Quincy fan for life, baby. Screaming Baboon says personality for days. Oh, absolutely. Quincy, they love you.
Well, thank you.
Again, we're here watching Wrestling Challenge from September the 6th, 1986. If you're not joining us from the beginning, you can always check out the replay in the archives. Quincy's looking for Super Chat donations for a new bike.
Well, I told you, I'll earn my money talking about the moves and
this cheeky baby right there, Quincy. Big John Studd, good man. King Kong Bundy, I believe Wrestling Challenge, the debut episode is just about wrapped up. Fox Smith says Al Snow for president.
That's awesome. Well,
would you like to see Al as the president?
Why not? He deserves to be president because he knows about the business. He's been around this thing for as far as I can remember.
Unbelievable. Looks like a big week on Challenge, fans. Next week, Quincy, hopefully we'll be back watching this. I know the fans are excited to see you and talk with you here on the watch along.
Well, is this it?
I believe this is it. Yeah.
Well, I want to first of all thank the fans. Al Snow for, of course, for bringing me this.
Yeah.
But and then I want to thank the fans. And I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a good Christmas. Christmas is coming up. So and as I said the other night, Happy New Year, because holidays are just going to come and go. That's it.
All right, Quincy, I have to go wrap this up in the back room. Can you keep talking to the fans for a couple minutes?
We hope you enjoyed this set of the wrestling challenges. They showed a lot of good moves. And if you're out somewhere, please be careful driving home. As I always say to the audiences. And we hope to see you again soon.
Absolutely, fans. We had a hell of a time. All right, Quincy, give him a good night from Boston. We're going to wrap it up.
Well, again, that wraps up another night in the world of wrestling. So again, we want to thank you for watching. Be careful driving home, and we hope to see you soon.
All right, wrestling fans, good night from Boston. Good night from Quincy. He'll be live with us Thursday. Don't forget, Saturday night we have Just Incredible live. Sunday night it's NXT War Games live. A lot of big specials coming your way. Until we speak again, folks, you and yours, be healthy, be safe, be well. Donate to the Quincy Super Chat. It's Christmas time. Let's put a smile on his face. See you tomorrow. See you Saturday, I should say. Good night.